Cage Nation TV is brought to you by Lion Country's Rock Station 105.9 Quick Rock. Streaming worldwide at 1059quickrock.com.
Lion Country's Rock Station is 105.9 Quick Rock. On the phone with me right now, she is currently ranked number 7 in the women's bantamweight division in the UFC. She is taking on Sarah McMahon this Sunday night at UFC Fight Night on FS1. She's actually main eventing, which is pretty cool, the prelims. You can catch it at 7 p.m. start for the preliminary bouts on FS1. It's the one, the only Jessica Evil Eye. Jess, how are you?
I couldn't be any better. I'm super excited to talk with you guys, too.
Let's start off real quick. How did you get started in the world of mixed martial arts?
It's crazy. You know, I feel like mixed martial arts kind of chose me and chose me in life, you know. I was 19 the first time I met my coaches and met the guys that are, you know, basically like father figures and heroes to me, you know, that are taking me on the best journey I could ever be in my life. And it kind of just happened. I served a table that all those guys were sitting on. They were kind of razzing me a little bit, and I fired back at them, and they were like, you know what? You seem like a super tough chick. You ever heard of mixed martial arts? And I was like, what, karate? They're like, no, shoot fighting and, you know, cage fighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I mean, they're like, you should check out this gym that we have. And sure as shit, I went down and probably got one of the worst ass beatings of my life and just kept coming back.
Now, you've been fighting professionally since June of 2010. Do you feel that women have made great strides in the world of MMA since then, or is it still kind of a boys' club?
Oh, goodness, no. It's definitely not a boys' club anymore. This is definitely I feel like an equal playing ground. I mean, some of the top Ronda Rousey, you know, at one point was the highest paid UFC athlete out there. And, you know, thank goodness for her. You know, I mean, a lot of people have things to say about her, but thank goodness for her. She was able to change Dana's mind and was able to give us a home. And I'm so excited. I mean, I can only imagine what's going to be like in another 10 years for these young girls that are 10, 11, 12, and 13, and they're seeing us and they go, you know what, I'm going to start training now. Mm-hmm. You know, not when they're 18, but they're starting out as, you know, little girls and wrestling and kickboxing and doing the Golden Gloves and doing all these things. So it's amazing. You know, it's awesome to see it. I hope one day to be a Hall of Famer, and I hope to be a top-level coach to be able to help these girls.
Now, talking about women in MMA, you were fighting for Bellator at one point, and then they dissolved the entire women's division. Do you think they're kicking themselves in the ass now for doing that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, not shortly after, you know, Bjorn Redney had, you know, cut the women's division, that they actually had fired him and hired Strikeforce's old guy, Scott Coker, and, you know, they started to bring the women back, and I think it's amazing. I'm glad, and, you know, for me, I feel like it was a blessing in disguise. I mean, I once was a flyweight, and it was a terrible weight cut for me. It was never an easy cut. I didn't do it properly. I didn't feed my body the way that it should have, and I feel like it allowed me to have other doors opened up for me to come up to the bantamweight division and be better. So I'm very excited for that.
Now, before we get to your bout with Sarah McMahon this Sunday, I gotta ask you, and you've probably been asked this about a million times, but what was going through your head when you found out that you had knocked Leslie Smith's ear off?
Oh, I saw it when it happened. I mean, I
mean, you were right there, obviously.
Ear explode. I mean, well, you know, I mean, I don't know if you ever talked to other fighters. Like, they almost go into like tunnel vision and they don't remember what had just happened. And oh goodness, no, I saw it. I knew the fight was going to be finished. I knew I could finish her. I seen it in her face, and I knew going into the fight just the way that the weight cut had went, the training camp had went, and you know, once I seen the ear explode, I knew there was damage. So it was almost like I saw the blood and I saw the cut, and I kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And I mean, that's one way to finish a fight. I mean, as much damage as you can, you know, impact. I feel like it was like a video game. You know, I kept hitting in the little level, just kept getting lower and lower and lower.
Nice. And for those of you that have not seen that, trust me, just go check it on YouTube. If you're kind of squeamish, you might want to steer away, but just grow a pair and watch it, because it's amazing, unbelievable. Now you're taking.
It goes fast, anyways. An ear doesn't explode; it explodes pretty quick. So.
Now, you're taking on Sarah McMahon this Sunday. What are you doing to get ready for the fight?
I mean, really, it's been a matter of just, doing the things. It's getting back to the basics. Last year was probably one of the roughest years of my career. I think that I lost the Misha Tate fight because of a bad decision in the fight, and it changed the direction of the following rounds. And, then I took a fight my coaches didn't want me to take, against Julie, not because I wasn't better than her, but because I was still feeling the pain of, emotional pain from losing a decision and my chance of being able to fight for the title. And, last year was just kind of I think I fought my coaches on things that I shouldn't have, and I stopped trusting them that, we took this 10 months almost layoff and just got back to the basics, got back to the normal training that made us successful for so many years. I mean, I went on an 11-fight win streak, in my beginning years from my amateur into my early pro year, and that we went back to that. And, I have such an amazing group of friends. I have an amazing man in my life. I feel like things are just kind of working out the right way they should be. And I feel like that all works together. You know what I mean? I feel like, especially in such an emotional sport that is so physically taxing, if you're going through mental stuff on the outside, you can't go into the cage that way.
Right. What would a win this Sunday mean for you?
It means everything. It means that I regain my confidence in myself. I feel like I get my mojo back a little bit to, I feel like I'm able to get my mojo and just smile and look at myself in the mirror and remember of why I started this out and how much I truly believe in myself. Losses can, kind of make you doubt yourself, and I don't doubt myself now. I just almost feel like I just need to put the cherry on top just to remember, how good I really am, and the confidence is there, the ability's there, and just get myself back on the road to the octagon and in the sense of to the title.
Now, finally, do you have any advice for young women who might be listening who want to get involved with what you do? That,
if it's a young girl to a teenager, that, if this is something you truly believe in your heart that is that you want to do and that you really enjoy this, don't let anybody tell you, not to believe in yourself, because when it boils down to it, in your heart what is right and what is the right decision to make. So I encourage them to believe in themselves, and that's why my tagline is I believe, is because when people didn't believe in me, I learned that no matter what, if I did, I'd eventually win them over.
Well, believe me, Jess, I believe, and a lot of people out there believe as well. I got to talk to you, I think, a couple of years ago when you were in Pittsburgh. You're doing in-ring announcements and stuff like that, and it is a pleasure to talk to you again. You're always just really fun to talk to, and hopefully get to talk together real soon. And really quick, not congratulations. I should congratulate you because I have a feeling you're going to win the fight, but I don't want to jinx it. So good luck in the fight this Sunday, and we'll all be watching. 7 p.m. Jessica Evil Eye takes on Sarah McMahon, and it is on UFC Fight Night this Sunday, FS1. Once again, 7 p.m. for the prelims, and Jess and Sarah main event, and it is going to be a heck of a fight. Jess, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you so much for having me on, and I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thanks.